Okay, the second book, and these lights are really, really bright, so it's hard for me to see this, but I know that some of your eyes are rolling back in your head. You're like, oh my God, can people please stop talking about Who Moved My Cheese, okay? It is so cliched, it is published a long time ago, it is on my shelf, and I still refuse to read it. Or I read it when I was 20, and I'll never do that again. And I'm here to tell you that this is, of the 8 books on this list, I mean, I think they're all important. I read this book every year. And I don't read it every year because I experience some sort of foundational change in my life every year. I probably do, but I don't think about it that way much anymore, because I've read this book. I've read this book every single year. So this book is an allegory about 4 characters that navigate a maze. And some of them navigate it very successfully as change happens, and some of them do not. And we know people like that. We know people who are able to handle that change successfully, and we know people who really struggle with that change. In fact, I mean, I don't exactly know what this means, but I know as a seller, when someone tells me that my product set that I'm selling is going to change, I have a little bit of like, what was that? Right? I think that's what we just heard. That's change. And that's the kind of thing that Who Moved My Cheese will help you deal with. The allegory is nested in this story of a bunch of graduate school colleagues, and they get together throughout their life, and they talk about their life, and they talk about the changes in their life. And some of them are business related. I didn't get this promotion, or I did get this promotion, and I didn't expect what was going to happen. Or some of them are personal. Right? I had a relationship that fell apart, or I've got these children and I don't know what to do with them because they're challenging me in ways that I didn't understand. And these are all real changes that really happen. I give this book as gifts. I give it to every team I've ever managed, ever. And I just make people read it. So it's probably already on your shelf. You probably already have it. It will take you 1 hour to read this book. And it will be something that you will get a benefit from for months and months to come. Because in a world that's constantly changing, it's to our advantage to learn how to adapt and enjoy something better. This isn't I'm going to experience the change and I'm going to deal with it. Right? That connotes the fact that I still don't like it and I'm still going to sort of like act out against this change. But when I adapt and I learn to enjoy something better, I change. I change who I am and my perspective. And that's what the big idea of Who Moved My Cheese is about. It's on your shelf. It'll take an hour. Please read it. It's good. All right, so we're going to get to the how-to section of the talk. I didn't design it that way, but it ended up that way.